Hello, welcome back to Old School Programming. Today I'm going to be doing an exception from my usual basic Pascal or C++. I'm also not doing Excel or Word or PowerPoint. Actually, I'm going to do something that I normally don't do, which is Fortran. Let me just start by saying that I do not consider myself a Fortran programmer. I know the basics of Fortran, and I have 5 programs that will demonstrate basically the syntax of how Fortran works. This video is in support of my um, one of my blogs where I talk about the history of Fortran. So this will be accompanying that web page. I am using my MacBook Pro M1, and I'm using Parallels to use Windows 11. Okay, so I'm using Windows 11 inside Parallels inside my MacBook Pro, and I'm using Simply Fortran, and I've done 5 little programs in Simply Fortran. What you see on the screen is also a DOS box, a command box, right? So where I have basically, as you can see here, I got 5 files: hello W, logical, loops, math, and bars. And they all have the extension F90, which is what the extension that I use for Fortran programs. I have done some Fortran programs before, but not extensively, mostly for instructional purposes only, not for a commercial use. So bear with me. The first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to open and click a file, open, and I'm going to open up my first program, which is Hello W. And this is basically a Hello World, you know, the program that we all love to do when we first start with a program. The exclamation point is used to do comments. So Hello World by me, and the F extension is used. Program Hello W, and then that is required for Fortran. We got to put the program and then the name of the program. At the end, we use end program and then the name of the program. That's how we do this. And then we print asterisk, comma, and then hello world. I'm going to go ahead and click build project. See, it says right here, it is complete. I'm going to go to my box over here, click EIR, and there's my hello W. And it's all it's supposed to do is basically type hello world, and there it is. You know, it's a very straightforward program. Let's go ahead and get started with the second example that I've done. I'm gonna go to File, Open, and I'm gonna do logical. Actually, I'm gonna do vars first. So I got hello world. Now I'm gonna do vars, and this is some variable declarations in Fortran. This is how we declare variables. Again, program, the name of the program, and program, and the name of the program at the end. And this is how you define characters. Now, there's several ways to doing it. This is character times 20 to a string, or character len equals 20 for string 1 and string 2. So you can see the difference on how we declare the size, and then how we can separate a string from another string. Real is the equivalent of a double or a float, if you will. And then parameter is telling Fortran, hey, this is a constant. This is how you do a constant in Fortran. Real comma parameter and then pi, right? If it's just a variable, then we do f number 1, or we can initialize the variable like f number 2 and say 0.0. We can also have an integer or a logical, which is either true or false. And in this program, we're also going to see how to input, which is read. Read is the command used to input information. So here it is. Now, I'm going to ask my name, put it in, put hi my name. I'm going to enter 2 variables, and I'm going to print them. I'm going to print 2 variables. You can see it's just separated by commas. Over here, what I'm doing is putting the size. Kind is used to display the size in bytes. That's all it's going to do, that size in bytes, okay? This A4, A5, and A8, and I1 for all of them. This is just a formatting, so that it only puts the bytes, a small number, okay? It's a formatting. So I'm going to go ahead and build my project. And there it is. There was no errors. Display my directorial, and there is bars right there. Clear the screen. I'll put bars, and it's gonna ask me my name. I'm gonna put Ray. Hi, Ray. Enter your first and last name. Ray Ojeda. And there it is. And then it says there's 4 bytes for my integers, reals, and logical. Very straightforward. Okay, it is time to do my third example. I've done bars and I've done hello W. I'm going to do math. Math is another program that I have. It's on, the Fortran is formula translator. That's what it stands for. So obviously math is the big point of this programming language. But here I'm only going to do some little examples, the absolute, square root, sine, and the logarithmic. That's all I'm doing, putting the absolute of this equals, and then, you're using some functions. So basically some basic math functions. So I'm going to go ahead and click build project. It's complete. And there it is. I'm going to put math. And all it's supposed to do really is print. And there it is. The absolute value of -1 is 1. The square root of 225 is 15. Now notice all the period and then all the zeros, all of these right here. That's because they're floats, right? They're floats. See, these are numbers or floats. Okay. Let's go ahead and close these 2 examples. Go to File, Open, and this time I'm going to do logical. And I'm going to go ahead and build a project. And before I run it, it's done compiling. It compiles really, really fast. But here are some comments again. And I'm doing a declaration of an integer, h equals 0. What is your age? And I'm reading the age. I'm inputting the age. Now I'm doing my if. This is my logical. If h is greater than or equal to 18, but less than or equal to 72, then I can drive. If I'm over 73, then I can say too old. Please don't drive. Otherwise, too young. I should go back to school. Very simple. So I'm going to do logical. And it's inputting what is my age. So I'm going to do 34. Yeah, I can drive. It's working. All right. Now, got one last example for you guys. And this is my loops. And I'm going to go ahead and build it, but I'm going to explain what it's doing. Done compiling. It's a very fast compiler. So the program is my loops. Here's my loops ends. And I'm doing an integer. And I'm saying, hey, I'm declaring variable n equals to 0. I'm printing 1 to 10, but only the odd numbers. So this is how you do a loop. Do, and then n do. And it equals from 1 to 10, separated by commas, and step 2. So I'm only going to print the ends, and the I1 equals only put one number. And then I'm going to say, hey, now it's going to be equal to 1. I'm assigning a value. Now I'm going to do the numbers below 20, but I'm going to do them only in even numbers. So I'm doing a do while and do, right? If mod n comma 2 equals to 0, then print it. And cycle is in case there's errors. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do loops. And there's my odd numbers, and there's my even numbers. And here is my directory of files for Hello World, logical, loops, math, and bars. I'm not intending this video for you to be an expert programmer in Fortran. There's a lot of very good tutorials on YouTube, but this will give you the basics of the syntax for Fortran. And if you want to experiment and learn the language, I have not purchased this program. It's unregistered, as you can see right here, but Simply Fortran is a very good Fortran program. It's a very fast compiler. It works under Windows. That's why I'm using an emulator, because I use a Mac. But as you can see, it compiles and it works great. I hope you have liked this video. And if you do, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.